Hello and welcome to Relationship Soup. I'm your host, Lisa Hughes. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. How y'all doing today? How was your weekend? How was your week? Did y'all have a good week? How's your New Year's? Your New Year's still off to a great start? I hope that it is. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you. Today's show is going to be a chef's kiss, okay? So anyway, I hope that you all had a fantastic week. I hope that this year is off to a great start for you. I appreciate every time y'all join me. I got some people in the studio today. This is going to be a really good show. All right. So as you know, as always, bring your comments on and I will actually bring them up. All right. So anyway, y'all know what I'm going to do, right? You know, I got to do my whole, if you've been watching me, you know what I'm going to do next. So first, I want to just say thank you to all of y'all for pulling up tonight. So whether you're watching us live on Facebook, live on YouTube, or listen to a replay, I see you, I love you, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, so of course, I see the comments already. I promise I'm going to bring them on. Let me go ahead and tell y'all where to go. Y'all should be knowing where to go by now, right? Gotten so much love. TikTok is showing so much love. So we're going to see what these other forums do. So of course, on YouTube, you should be liking, following across all platforms. It's Relationship Soup, period. You got to put the period. If you don't put the period, you'll be somewhere else. Just saying. And then the website, RelationshipSoup.com, for all of your greeting card needs. We got them. So just hit up RelationshipSoup.com. Now you have to join the forum. I just approved several new members, so looking forward to new conversations and all that. And who knows, we may even talk about it on the soup. So if you want to join the forum, it's RelationshipSoupGroup. So join that. If you want to follow me, it's RelationshipSoupLLC. And then on TikTok, it's RelationshipSoup. I'm just saying, TikTok, hey, you know who you are. Thank you for telling me to get on there because I'm telling you, it's just been so much love. Really, no complaints at all. All right, y'all. So what I want to do as well, I'm going to put in the corner because as y'all know, so y'all should see it in the corner there. There's a QR code for my book, Hello Me. Okay. Now this is still the proof. I'm waiting on my author's copies, y'all. Okay. So Hello Me is my picture affirmation book, y'all. This is 100 pages, right? Including a journal. All right. And it's for children. And it's just affirmation. So, you got to copy your copy. I've gotten so much love on this book so far. Thank y'all so much for the love. I see that you're pre-ordering the ebook, the hardback, and the soft book, the softback, y'all. So just please get your copy today. I know y'all got some nieces, nephews, some children that will actually appreciate and actually grow from this book, y'all. So Hello Me. All right. So, and like I said, the QR code is in the corner. So hit it up. So anyway, the official release date, if you missed the last episode, is February the 23rd. So still got some time. Go ahead and get y'all orders in. This is a really good book. Hey, bless them babies with the power of words, because we know that words are powerful. Are they not powerful? Am I lying? All right. So anyway, I see y'all comments and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them on. And then we're going to go ahead and get into our show because we only got 22 minutes with 22. That's going to make sense here in a minute. All right, I see you. Hey, Jay Desiree, thank you so much for joining me, beautiful. I appreciate you. I told you don't miss, and I appreciate that. And of course, Tonality. You always be in the studio. Thank you so much. Happy Tuesday to you and the soup as well. That TikTok love is very different. It's very different. And I follow other influencers or whatever. And I remember one saying that TikTok has definitely shown her a lot of love. And so she loves TikTok. And I was like, okay, like I said, at first I was like, oh man, another social media platform to join. But TikTok is pretty good. I see why people was in a uproar when it was the possibility of it being canceled. TikTok is really cool. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead. So let me talk about what we're going to get into tonight. So tonight it's going to be a little deja vu, right? Y'all have seen this guest before. And this guest actually has a podcast that's called the Sexual Intercourse Podcast. They have actually put together an assessment that not only looks at your personality, but compatibility as well. And I don't know if you remember episode 91, where they was reading me. You hear me? 22, aka Clarence, was reading me on that episode. So we're going to continue our conversation because it was some things that we did not get to cover, and there's some other stuff we want to bring to the forefront. We want to keep the conversation going, y'all. And just in case, this is the 96th episode. I didn't mention it, but it's the 96th episode, and this is 22 minutes with 22. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into that. Going to go over some questions, and then we're going to get out of here because y'all know what it is. It's a Tuesday. Y'all know what that means. All right. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring my guest on. Coming to the stage, we got 22.
What's going on with you?
How are you?
Man, I'm as well as can be. How are you?
Hey, I'm blessed. Cannot complain.
Indeed. You got to keep it flowing.
We're gonna keep it flowing. We got so we still cool on the 22 minutes.
Yeah, we still good on 22 minutes.
All right, let's get it. All right, so last time we covered so much ground, and thank you so much for being here today. You know, I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Welcome, man. You know, got to be a stand-up guy.
Hey, and that you are, right? I bet your assessment tells that.
Right?
Absolutely. So your podcast, because we didn't get to talk about that last time, I do have a couple more questions for you too.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about your podcast because we didn't get into that the last time.
So, with it being a podcast, it's actually more so of a panel discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But so keep things flowing, keep things moving, and to always make sure that you have something to put into the hands of the people that these are the things they need. So it also turns into a podcast, and during the podcast, kind of how we set up and run podcast. But with the podcast is going to be a Q&A session because we're also going to get to a point where we're going to see who matches your compatibility.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to tell you about what the other person's is, or I'm not going to tell you who the other person is or anything of that nature. We're just going to send out a link, and we're going to look based on what we see with compatibility. And we're going to give them a little 5 minutes of shine and get to know each other and see what's going on. And just within them communicating with each other, especially not knowing each other,
mm-hmm.
it'll give them an understanding of how well that this will actually work.
Absolutely.
We're going to get to see it in action.
Okay. I love it. All right. So let me ask you this. Now, you have assessed so many people, right? Have you been able to notice any pattern?
Look, my fault, but I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay.
The liars, the liars. I've been able to, and most of the people that are the liars, they really lie to themselves because they're just trying to do some type of persona, or they are trying to keep themselves in a what's the word I'm not looking for? As a viable option for someone that is the caliber of person they like. They're not looking for what's fitting within their life. They're looking for what they like.
Okay, I got you. Okay, that makes sense. Now let me ask you this, okay? Because again, I took this assessment, okay?
And still ain't sent me my video, but it's okay though.
You know what? Hey, call it out, right? We're gonna have a conversation after the show because I'm telling you, or whenever we're gonna have a conversation soon, right? Because I'm calling you after the show. I got you. So let me ask you this. So what question do you think makes people the most uncomfortable on your assessment?
I would have to say I don't have a specific one because for everybody, vulnerability looks different. So that question on there that was for you made you appear to be vulnerable, especially coming to the space of looking for a partner. And these are things that your partner could also possibly know about you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be a negative thing per se. I don't take it that way. I take it as people are feel like you're giving them the tool to them, and this is probably the most important tool to them. I think but little do most people know that when you do take the assessment, say you and your partner take the assessment, both of you know all the questions that are on there, but you don't know how your partner answered the questions that they answered. So even that question that is very vulnerable to you, they don't know what question it was, which one it was. They don't know if there was one that made you feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have a specific question. It's just whichever one is making you have to be transparent in certain situations.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Now, okay, this might be a little messy. Okay.
Come on with it. Clean me up then.
And I'm hearing a little bit of feedback. I don't know if it's me
I
and
don't
my
know, because for a minute ago, I couldn't hear you. That's why I had to hop back out and come back in. I have no idea.
okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna blame these little towers and stuff because earlier I kept on losing calls and I feel like I need to call my company and be like, yo, hey, I'm gonna need a little discount, a little credit or something. Right?
Right?
All right, so let me ask you this, okay? This might be okay. So say a couple takes your assessment, right? And they find out that they're incompatible, right? Say
Mhm.
a couple come to you, they like 22, or Mr. Underwood, you know, we're not compatible. What would your advice be to them?
It's not that you're not compatible with, you don't want to. You have to replace a lot of things it is that you speak so that you can get to what you actually want, and you take your feelings in consideration and the other person's. Because we're not compatible, that just means that you don't want to. I
That's
know that might sound crazy to people. I know it might sound or rub them a certain way because we do have contrasts in our relationships, but we're going to have those contrasts with any and everybody that we come across.
mm-hmm,
It could even be the same person that we have the same sports team, we both like all the same sports, same colors, but there's something in there that's going to be different that makes that even that compatibility a little incompatible. You might like red because it reminds you of sunrise.
mm-hmm.
Someone else might like red, and it's because of that color got them through a trauma. So you do have this compatibility, but somewhere within there, you have to figure out how this is compatible, even in the situations where they're different. If you
That,
want something to work, it's gonna work.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That makes sense. I think you said a key word. You don't want to.
You don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to.
So because that is very true. Like, me personally, I don't want somebody exactly like me. You know what I'm saying? I want okay, I think you already know 22 because you already didn't read me. Me personally, I don't need anybody exactly like me because I
Right.
have to journey for growth, right? So if there are some differences, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Bad thing, no. That's why I say they don't want to, okay? Because within the person that you're compatible with, the things that are gonna make you most compatible are your differences. Because you are a dominating person as far as handling your business. You
Me?
know how to go out. Yeah, you go out, you handle your business. You know you're gonna do your thing. But within how you are compatible with somebody, you're a great supporter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just your natural space.
Mm-hmm,
And y'all are not compatible because they're a great supporter and you're a great supporter because now who's leading?
mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
So the differences is not what is going to define if you will or if you will not be successful in your relationship. It's just your communication.
Okay.
Regardless of what type of likes, dislikes we have together, we use a language to communicate. In that communication, we have what's called context clues. We figure out how to use those context clues to solve situations, especially when it comes to making some money. So why are you not doing it for your person?
Ooh, okay. I see you. I see you. Okay. All right. So let me ask you about this. Okay. Let me ask you this. You might have kind of answered this already. What do you think the biggest lie we tell ourselves about why our relationships or lives aren't working?
We overvalue ourselves.
Tell
I
me about
don't mean that we are not worthy, that we don't have great value. I'm not taking away from anybody's self worth. But 9 times out of 10, when these relationships are failing, modern conversation that's going on so much. I'm not cooking this man a meal. I'm not doing that. I don't know who you think he is. On the flip side, you do have men that's like, I'm not buying her nothing. I'm not cooking no meal. I'm not washing no dishes because as what you feel in your value of your self worth, it's things that's just not for you. And if somebody else is not gonna do it for you, that's failure.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, hmm. Okay.
You're taking away from somebody else's self-worth because how much you're overvaluing yours. You're not looking at the person and the compatibility. You're looking at what you want.
Okay. 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 All right. All right. All right. So we got a comment here, 22. Let's see what Keith talking about. Hey, Keith, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. He says, honestly, most people aren't looking for a partner. They're looking for a participant, someone that's going to allow them to do whatever they want to do without changing accountability, without true changing accountability. Ooh.
Yeah, that's exactly. He said exactly what I just said. People are here for the benefit. That's what they're here for. You have people that are not in great relationships with great people right now because I don't know. I want her to be 5'5". I want her to be light skinned. I want her nails to all be red. You got some women that's out here that's not with a great man because dang, I want him to be 6'3", make $7 million. I want him to just look like he fresh, get out the gym every time he roll. Like they're chasing aesthetics. That's exactly what it is. So what can I benefit from what I? I don't know if you watch Ugly Wayne Niche, and one of the things he be saying a lot. That's not just him, but the people I see come on his show. It's not a presence for me to, as far as supporting you financially. Your presence is not enough for me to support you financially. That's not it. So you're putting a self worth value on yourself higher than the person you're trying to talk to. That's not a partner. That's a participant.
Okay. Okay. All right. We have another question here. Let's see. Okay. So Tenali says, being a psychology major, I'm curious to know what's the margin of error percentage and what unconscious bias may be in play.
Within this assessment, with the truth, if as long as you approach this and you're not trying to hide anything, you're not trying to cover up things, you're not trying to manipulate anything, it's 100%. It's just like you telling somebody exactly who you are, exactly what they want from you, and vice versa. And then you guys get to this point of if you're going to be in agreement or not. The only way that it is not going to be successful is because you're not following the path that someone put in front of you, and you allow them to know a path to follow to you. Majority of times when it's not successful, it's just emotions.
Okay.
It's just emotions. I'm mad at her today. I'm not buying her no lipstick today. I'm mad at her. But see, she's used to you buying her lipstick because of what y'all into. I'm mad at him. I ain't cooking no food today. That's because you're not within the guidelines that you agreed to.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Let's see here. Another question. Unfortunately, all too often they're looking out for I and me instead of investing in we and us.
That's not teamwork.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not teamwork.
Yeah, it's not. Right.
The best way to be selfless is to be selfish. Because you are being selfish in approaching the goals that you have, even if you are just looking at them for yourself, there are things that you have to do with other people that are so selfless, even if it's just to garner yourself the success that you want. So, but a lot of people are not actually out here for the success. Once again, they're out here just what benefits them. If I want to have this great, successful date with you, I'm not going to tell you anything that is going to get the opposition of our date not being great. You want to go to the coffee shop? Oh, okay, well, that's cool. I might want to go to Benihana's, but it's cool. We out here together. Oh, you want to do such? You know what? Instead of me complaining, we out here together. Because at the end of the day, your goal does have to be about self-preservation, what it is that you do. And the only way that you're going to preserve yourself is to give the best it is that you have. Can't expect a person to be a great partner to you and you want to half-ass.
Absolutely. So basically, continuing to put your best foot forward.
Yeah, continue to treat them the way that you treat yourself. And I'm gonna be selfish about mine when it comes to if she hungry, I'm gonna feed her. Because if I'm hungry, she's gonna feed me. Yeah, so like when I say being selfish is the best way to be selfish, is because you internalize somebody the way you internalize yourself.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right, 22. Like, hey, you still good? I know we said 20.
Yeah, I'm good. Go ahead. I'm good. I'm good.
Water. I thought I would put my water in a cute little glass instead of drinking out the bottle. I was looking for a cute little glass.
Yeah, you good. We got some more time to run.
All right, so let's see here. We'll take a few more minutes of your time and then we're going to get you out of here, okay? Let's see here. Let's see. So Tonali says the elements of a genuine connection is grounding in effective communication, mutual respect, honest boundaries, and reciprocity.
Hey, I agree with him. The only thing it is that I will take out of there, it is a key element, but it is not the element that everybody thinks that it is.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of effective communication, you have to have effective understanding. I can understand what you say all day. I mean, we communicate back and forth all day, but if there's no understanding, that communication is not doing us anything. That communication can actually put us at a stalemate. We can get to a point of stonewalling because if I'm not understanding, it seems like you not listening to me, I'm not listening to you. Communication is effective, it is important, but without understanding, what is communication?
I believe that's kind of biblical about getting understanding, right?
Yeah, you gotta get to the understanding.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so let's see here. We got a couple more comments. What's up, Sino?
What's up, Sino?
Absolutely. Mwanda Woodson, how are you? Thanks for joining me, beautiful. We appreciate you. All right, so Derek Norris. Derek, thank you so much. You know I appreciate every time you get on here. He says, I call it approaching a relationship from a single mindset. Cooperative efforts and goals and respecting boundaries are not prioritized.
This is one of the major reasons that I do have this assessment, because we have to tap into mindsets. Regardless of how great of a person we are in a relationship or how much work we need, we have to have a mindset shift. No one thing lives amongst itself in the world. So there's already a big problem there if you have a single approach to anything. I understand we might drive ourselves to work. We go and put in the time that makes our money for us, but there is nothing that lives by itself. All things are bound by cords to all other living things. And as you live in a place where you see yourself by yourself, you already lost.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right, let's see here. Do we have anything else? Because I said only 22 minutes.
You got it, man. You got it. We can answer your questions. You got it.
Okay, let's see here. So let me ask you this. Do you think that we can teach someone to be a better lover?
No, it's so crazy that you asked me that. So I have this topic that I'm putting together, and it's going to involve a little more. But you're not supposed to change people.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not supposed to change people. You can't try to change people with something different. And the concept I came up with was you don't change people, you cultivate the character that they have. You don't want your partner that's an apple and then try and turn it into an orange and figure out why it's not working. So you're supposed to find the best way to cultivate this apple tree into the best apple tree ever. So like, you can't necessarily change someone into a better lover. You can just cultivate what's in there, let it grow, let it flourish. Bring from what's in there. You help them get it on the outside.
That makes a lot of sense. Hold on. Listen. See, Lisa will be hungry in 20. Man, y'all know Tuesdays be my long day.
Hey, your listeners are very intelligent and they funny.
I love, you know what, and that was one of my prayers. Like, you know, I just wanted people to come that genuinely had love for me, you know what I mean, and that were just like overall good people, you know what I mean. And I just feel like my core group, that is definitely them.
He said you're gonna be hungry in 22 minutes.
Hey, you are. You sometimes when I be looking up, like when you see me looking up, I'm like, okay, now.
Oh, that means she was hungry 3 minutes ago.
Absolutely. Let's see here. So Tonali says, oftentimes to gain understanding, you have to be willing to have the hard conversations.
Exactly. You have to have tonality. I don't know if y'all know what tonality means. See, but tonality is the overall orchestrated sound of the music.
Mm-hmm.
Not where one piece is supposed to be more important than the other piece. All of them come together. Each sound in the music has its own time to shine. And when you actually get into the tonality of it, you're going to hear sounds that are not even there. And the only way you're going to hear them is if they're in tune with each other.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Now, I saw an episode, one of Sino's episodes, and so you be breaking down words and stuff, right?
Yeah. Etymology is important. See, so even when he spoke on communication, if you don't know the etymology of the things you're speaking, that communication also really don't mean anything for tonality. Yeah, right. So even on something on a very light level, the meaning of the word queen has changed over the time. So depending on where you are and what time you're in, when you say queen, you talking about what is RuPaul?
Say that again.
I say, what is RuPaul? What is he famous for?
Queen.
Oh, see, that was to let you know that this is a woman that's not a woman. This woman is a man.
Wow.
Right. So etymology, it lets you know where you are standing in conversation. It lets you know where somebody else is coming. Because, like, again, if you listen to those context clues, you will be able to listen to and know, oh, we're not talking about the same thing. I know what they're talking about.
That makes sense.
sense. The words is important because thought is the cause of it all. What you're thinking, that's what you're going to get.
Absolutely. That's very true. That's very true. I can respect, you know what I mean? Like somebody that's conscious, that's smart, and that, like, because words, I mean, hey, to know the root of them and what they mean and the application of them, that's really important.
It really is. That's part of why, that's the reason why it's intercourse for me. It rules, the word itself is going to rule so many different arenas, whether you are trying to leave it vague and people to figure out what they want it to mean. If you're direct about what it means, the conversation is really going to rule the nation that's going on in that person's brain. So me at least we have to go have intercourse. They don't know. Oh, what? We're gonna have a conversation. But in a lot of people, man, it's like, oh, no, that ain't what they. That's just what they trying to say. Communicate, and the communication didn't matter. Because now it's gonna be half of people that's like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? They about to go have some coitus, and then it's gonna be other half of people that are like, no, for real, they about to have a conversation. But now once again, we have this big divide. We don't understand what's going on with these words, so that's important to know.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna bring on this last comment, and then I'm gonna get you out of here, 22, because it's 22 minutes with 22. All right, so etymology matters. Words have power, meaning, and energy. A better understanding comes with that study. Absolutely.
Indeed, man. I could have the raunchiest rated R conversation, and right here on a public platform, and nobody can censor it. A lot of people are probably trying to figure out what's going on, what he's saying. But I'm talking about the stuff you really want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Just in simple words. I'm really talking about some fellatio and cunnilingus, but you don't know what's going on. And I can clearly say these words they're kid-safe words, they're conscious-safe words. That means that you're thinking while you're speaking, and your words matter. You have now a different power just on.
Absolutely. All right, so it seems like we're having some technical difficulties. 22, come back if you can. I'm going to go ahead and remove 22 from the stage. All right, y'all. So thank y'all so much for joining me. I see your comments. Let me bring a few of these on, and then we're going to get out of here. Let's see here. Happy Tuesday, Cousin Melvin. Thank you so much for joining me. You know, I really appreciate you. Yes, on a Tuesday. Hi, Hamid. Thank you so much for joining me. You're asking what this is. This is Relationship Soup. You don't know what Relationship Soup is? Hey, I'm going to need you to read. It looks like you are joining from YouTube. I'm going to need you to go ahead and just read the description of what we do on this Relationship Soup show. We talk about relationships of all kinds, whether you're single, dating, with food, all of that. All right. So that's what we do. All right. So 22, you ready to come back on to close you out?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Boom.
But he said, "What is this?"
Yeah. Somebody said, what is this?
Hey, look, right, right. What is this? Still brings us back to the communication didn't do anything. So now that's where we find out within, especially our relationships, romantic relationships. Let's start where. Tell me what part don't you understand?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. 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 All right. So boom. All right. So let me see here. We have more comments though. Let's see here. I missed the intro, but right on 22. Absolutely. Absolutely. Derek, I'll put you on. You
This is
know.
where communication actually starts to matter.
Okay. So we're kind of having some technical issues. So when we get that stable signal, I'll bring 22 back on. Is it just me? Like earlier today, my call dropped like 5 times. And you already know the carrier that I'm with, but it dropped 5 times. Are y'all having technical issues? Are y'all? Is it just me? All right, 22. I see you back. I can't hear you though. Okay, boom. All right. So anyway, but like I was saying, like I was having such communication issues, like for real. So, communication be across the board. It just ain't in face to face. Sometimes your phone be messing up or your Wi-Fi or whatever. Can you still not hear me? Are y'all still able to hear me? Let me know. Put something in the chat because I might be running into some Wi-Fi issues. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Music Man, can you hear me? You can hear me? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think my signal's kind of going in and out, but when y'all can't, just let me know, okay? So that way we can go ahead and keep this show going. Hi, Brandon. How are you? I hope that your new year is off to a great start. Thank you so much for joining me. We still got to get you on the show because that knowledge that you got, that you sitting on, my listeners need it. So you let me know when you're ready. Okay, good. Y'all can hear. All right. So maybe that might be my sign to wrap this on up. All right. So let me see. Let me go ahead and go through the rest of these comments because, I like to do that. I like to bring on your comments and stuff like that. I hope I didn't miss anything. All right. Oh, hey, Tammy. Thanks so much for joining me, Doctor. I really appreciate you. Thanks so much for joining. Absolutely. Share this live, y'all. Definitely share this live. Share it across all platforms if you could. Let these social media platforms know that you value this content. Your signal is fine on in. Yes, well, absolutely. Well, yeah, you got my information. Just holler at me. Thank you so much, Holly. Hi, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. All right, boom. So, y'all, let me see here. What else do I want to share with y'all? You know what? Let's do a couple true false, and then I'm going to get out of here tonight because Derek called it right. Y'all know what it be on a Tuesday. All right, so let's see here. Now, let me go ahead. Y'all remember when I would do those true false questions or whatever? Let's just bring a couple back. All right, I see your comment. I'm going to bring on your comment in a minute. So let's just look at this true false right here. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this on. All right, boom. So true or false? 2 people with the same attachment style always create the healthiest relationships. What y'all think? Is that true or false? Like we've talked about attachment styles and stuff like that, and y'all probably know what that is. This is an intelligent bunch. So what y'all think? 2 people with the same attachment style always create the healthiest relationships. What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? Tonality says false. Derek says true. You think that's true, Derek? For real? False? Oh, you changed your answer. Okay, so you think it's false. All right, so let's see here. The answer is there anyone else? Will there be another? Will there be another? All right, so let's see here. The answer is false. So according to Dr. Sue Johnson, work on emotionally focused therapy shows that complementary styles can balance each other. All right. So I guess as long as you're compatible, that's the key. All right, y'all. So let's see here. And Brian, okay, B, I see you. False. You was right. See, our chats on here is a little private, so I don't get to see it. automatically. All right, y'all. So let's do one more question, and then I'm going to go ahead and close this show out. Let's see here. One more question, and then I'm going to get you out of here tonight. What y'all eating for dinner tonight? Y'all know what y'all going to eat? I'm just saying, like, I be thinking, like, when I be getting up in the morning and when I be getting my day started, I already be thinking about dinner, and my circle will tell you about that. Am I the only one? Is it just me? All right, so let's see here. Now, this is a good one right here. We'll just do this one, and then let's see here. All right, so last true, false. Give this some time to populate. All right, boom. True or false? You can change your compatibility with a partner by changing your mindset and habits. What y'all think? What y'all think? You can change your compatibility with a partner by changing your mindset and habits. What y'all think? True, false? What y'all think? B, you says true. All right, B, I see you. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I see y'all. Y'all talking about what y'all eating for dinner? Ooh, a salad sounds good, Holly. A chef salad sounds really good. Derek says likely chicken again. Tired of it. But you know what, though? I don't know, like chicken, it be the go-to, don't it? Like if you're not a vegetarian or whatever, the chicken be the go-to, and you be so tired of it. Like there's only so many ways you can have chicken. You gonna bake it, fry it, saute it, chicken fingers, boneless with the bone, right? And you be tired of it, but that be the go-to. All right, so let's see your answers. Let's see here. So Brandon says true. Derek says true. Okay. And Holly says if they both are willing. Let's look what this answer is. Okay, so according to Dr. John Gottman's Love Lab findings, intentional behavioral changes improve compatibility and connection. Okay, I can dig that. I can dig it. All right, y'all. So y'all already know I definitely appreciate all of y'all for joining. Oh, hi, Sean. Y'all never sent me the dates. Do y'all still want me to come on your show or not? Right? Y'all still want me to come on? Sean says true if there's alignment afterwards. Absolutely. So Sean, send me them dates. I'm waiting on y'all. Let me know when y'all want me to come on. Chicken is the goat. Listen, chicken do be the goat. I woke up clucking the other day. Where's the beef? Listen. That beef in the store kind of expensive though. Am I lying? Wow, I'm like, man, how much? I still eat beef from time to time. Mostly I eat like, fish, chicken, and some days I don't eat any meat at all. It just kind of depends. But yeah, that beef in the store, I'm like, what? This is the Saks Fifth Avenue of meats. It's expensive. All right, y'all. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, right? So, I want to thank all of y'all for joining me. I really appreciate you. And please, hello me. This is my book. This is the 100-page affirmation book, picture affirmation book for children. Okay. There's a journal in here. There's affirmations, beautiful illustrations. I'm going to give y'all a little peek because see, y'all with me from the beginning, right? This is the stuff that you're going to see right here. And hello me. Look how beautiful that is. Don't a child that deserve that, right? This is hello me. Again, this is my picture affirmation book. There's 100 pages in here, y'all. Okay. So, and that's the back, just so that you can see it. Okay. Some youngin in your life or some youngin that deserves this book. We talked about the power of words. We talked about the power of words tonight. Let's start them early, right? Think how different your life could have been. And some of you may have been exposed to the power of words early on in life, right? Think how different your mindset and your life could be if those seeds about the power of words were planted early. Not only the power of words, but positively speaking to yourself, right? Speaking life to self, because this world is going to tear you up. Those beautiful, innocent children that this world going to tear them up. So why not plant the seeds of positive speaking so that they can have a positive sense of self? Because some of us is grown right now and our inner child, that positive sense of self ain't there and it needs some nurturing. And so look, if you're an adult that needs some positive reinforcement as well, that's definitely my goal for this book. I want every child that reads this book and every adult that supports that child or reads that child or whatever. I want them to nurture their inner child, and I want all children to be able to speak positive and have a positive sense of self. That's all I'm saying. The ebook will be available February the 23rd. Okay. And the hardback and the softback are available on Amazon now. I need that for my 7-year-old granddaughter. Please do, Holly. And look at the illustrations. It's beautiful. Again, y'all with me from the beginning. So this is the proof, y'all. This is the proof. This book is the proof. I'm actually waiting for my author's copies now. And I will keep you all abreast of what's going on. So send the link. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I will do that, Sino. Sino, I appreciate you so much. You always be supporting me, and I really appreciate that. Absolutely. I will post the link in the chat as well, in our thread as well. It's on my page too. So if you go to my page, my post yesterday actually has a link, but I will send it to you individually and I will put it in the chat. I'm telling you, it's the Saks Fifth Avenue of meats. Am I lying? It definitely ain't the Nordstrom rack. It's not the Ross of meats. It's not even the Marshall of meats. It's the Saks Fifth Avenue and not the clearance rack. Not that rack with a percentage off. I'm just saying it's expensive. Yes, available on Amazon. Hello Me is available on Amazon. Okay, so I have the ebook that will be the pre-sale is going on now. The hardback and also the paperback. I'll be saying the softback, paperback. Y'all know what I mean. All right, y'all. So anyway, I just want to say thank you to all of you for joining me tonight. Let me go ahead and put this affirmation on. All right, I'm gonna put this affirmation on. Y'all know every show I like to have an affirmation and I'm going to share it with you. All right, boom. Okay, so my affirmation for this show is: every relationship I enter reflects the truth of who I am, whole, worthy, and wonderfully made. All right, so sit on that. I just want to give a shout out to all my listeners. Thanks to everybody in the studio that came out tonight. I really appreciate y'all. B, Music Man, 22, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. Shout out to my mama. Mama, thank you so much for listening tonight. I really appreciate you. Shout out to Lyric, the Grishams, Aunt Anna, all my viewers. You know I love you. And if this episode resonated with you, please share it. Share it with someone. Like Dr. Cooper said, share this, right? Let these social media platforms know that this content is valuable to you, all right? And so make sure that you're liking, following, and subscribing to Relationship Soup on all platforms, okay? All platforms, all right? Tonality says, hey, mama. All right, so again, in the corner, if you want to get Hello Me in that corner, I hope I'm pointing right because sometimes it's flipped. This QR code will get you to where Hello Me is on Amazon. So if you scan that QR code with your phone or whatever, you can definitely, it will lead you to purchase that book. And again, you should be following across all platforms. On YouTube, it's Relationship Soup, period. Okay. Don't forget about the website and the greeting cards. It's RelationshipSoup.com. If you want to join the forum, it's RelationshipSoupGroup. Get on in the room. Get in the room. All right. If you want to follow me, it's RelationshipSoupLLC. And don't forget about TikTok. TikTok be popping, y'all. It's popping. I appreciate the love on TikTok. I don't know. I might have to just transfer everything to TikTok. I'm just saying. All right. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Y'all know my stomach is a calling. And, it always starts with you. Let me make sure I'm getting all the comments in there. All right. I think I got all y'all comments. If I did not bring your comments on, please forgive me. Right. Sometimes they be coming so fast and I miss them. And sometimes these social media platforms don't show me all your comments. So it really don't be personal, but I definitely appreciate all of you listening tonight. And it starts with you. It always starts with you. Right. So look at self and move from there. All right. So I love you all. And until we meet next time, peace.